Amelia was a hard-working student at St. Augustine's High School in the UK. Known for being quiet and studious, she often spent hours in the library, especially during exam season. Unlike most of her classmates who avoided the place, Amelia felt at peace among the tall shelves and the smell of old books. But she had no idea the library carried its own dark history. The setting. St. Augustine's was one of those old red brick schools. Gothic windows, long corridors, doors that creaked like they hadn't been oiled since the Victorian era. The library sat at the farthest end, past classrooms no one liked to use. Students often joked that the library felt colder than the rest of the building, even in summer. Some laughed it off. Others whispered rumors about what had happened there years ago. The first incident. One evening during revision week, Amelia lost track of time. While her classmates had already gone home, she sat buried in her notes. By the time she looked up at the clock, it was past 10 p.m. The school was empty. As she packed her things, she heard footsteps echoing down the corridor. Slow, deliberate. Thinking it might be the librarian, Mr. Thompson, she called out, but no answer came. At the end of the hallway, a woman appeared. She wore a long coat, her face blurred by shadow. She didn't speak, didn't move. She only stared. Amelia froze, and in the blink of an eye, the woman was gone. Terrified, she ran home. That night she fell ill with a sudden fever that kept her in bed for 2 days. The rumors. Chloe and Daniel. When Amelia returned to school, she told her friends, Chloe and Daniel, what she'd seen. They laughed it off, teasing her for overstudying. But Amelia couldn't shake the image of the woman. That's when she began to hear the stories. Years ago, a girl named Emily Holloway had studied at St. Augustine's. Bright and talented, but she was relentlessly bullied. One tragic evening, she climbed to the school's rooftop and never came down alive. Some said it was suicide. Others whispered it was an accident. Her mother, Margaret Holloway, was devastated. She came to the school every day, begging for answers, searching for her daughter's presence in the very corridors Amelia now walked. And then one day, Margaret vanished. No one knew how or why. The second encounter. The following week, Amelia once again stayed late in the library. She told herself she was imagining things, that stress was playing tricks on her. But just as the clock struck 9, the air turned icy. The lights flickered, and from the back of the library came a faint whisper. "Emily, Emily." Amelia's blood ran cold. The voice was fragile, broken, a mother's cry. She slammed her book shut and fled without looking back. The legacy. From that day on, Amelia refused to stay late in the library. The figure she'd seen, the whispers she'd heard, it was all too real. And the other students began to believe her. Because everyone at St. Augustine's knew the truth. Margaret Holloway was still there, still wandering the corridors, still searching for her daughter, still waiting in the library for anyone foolish enough to linger after dark.